Hello everybody, I'm here at the start of Concorso Ferrari. This is the staging area before the cars will go into Pebble Beach proper. And what do we have rolling in today? Look at the Superfast, one up. Hi. Behind that, gorgeous golden California Spider 250. Magnificent. It's gonna be a good day. Wow. One thing I didn't comment on was the hardtop on this 250, which was an exceedingly rare option. It is very well made. If you have a look here, there's a beautiful piece of chrome trim that runs along the leading edge. It goes down and creates the gutter, which I think is a very nice feature. And then a pretty simple rubber that goes all around the back side of the hardtop. Now, believe it or not, I've driven in a Ferrari California 250 with a hardtop, and they don't actually latch down that well, and they can move around and make a lot of noise. It increases the noise of the cabin quite a lot. But yeah, really nice to see one here. There's actually a little relief here at the back. You can see what I'm talking about, how that chrome strip really forms the gutter. Yeah, very rare option, super cool to see it. I think this is the first time this car's been shown in this color. So yeah, what a privilege it is to be here. Wow. So this year, Ferrari is going to be celebrating 70 years of Ferrari in North America, or in America. And what's interesting is they have a car here that celebrated the 60th anniversary of Ferraris in America with this F60. Again, another extremely rare variant. Oh, I think they made 10 of these as well. Kind of reminds me of that white California there. So you can really see a theme here for cars that were named after Ferrari's most important market. Yeah, they're at the back here. You can see it's Ferrari F60 America. So that's cool. Yeah, this is going to be a wonderful day receiving these cars into Pebble Beach proper later on. Throughout the week, I've been seeing a lot of these 812 competition models. It seems to be the car to have alongside the Lamborghini Vuelto here at Car Week. They are so very striking. Also sitting here in the staging lot is this very rare 365 California that really were a series of Pininfarina Speciales that took the 365 chassis and converted it into this long wheelbase covered headlight sports tourer. I think there's something like 7 of these in the world, so it's an extremely rare sight. Now, at the front here, you see these small holes near the headlights, and that was for a spotlight to pop out. Kind of a unique, eccentric feature. I do love the long flowing lines of this car. Just the subtle kick up over the rear fender there. It is so elegant. Now, probably the most striking feature of this car are the door handles. It's kind of built into this scoop that runs from the rear fender into the door. And it's actually two-piece. So you can see it's actually like a piece of metal with chrome trim. Now inside, these cars are really spectacular. Very high build from Pininfarina. A lot of glorious woodwork. Really looks great here today. At the rear wheel wraparound bumpers, kind of bespoke rear taillight treatment. You know, got 5 lenses there. And yeah, very distinctive from the rear. I'd like to take a minute and talk about this very unique Pininfarina prototype that we saw roll in. This is a very special car that was influential for Ferrari aerodynamic design in 1961. It's one of the first big 400 Super America chassis that was sent to Pininfarina to turn into a show car, and it incorporates some, as I said, aerodynamic features like the big fastback design that was later adopted to the Aerodynamico series of Ferraris, fender skirts, but most importantly up front here is this protruding nose and covered headlights that really inspired the Ferrari 250 GTO. So this is one of the most influential Ferrari show cars by Pininfarina, and we're gonna go around it and show some unique details. So you can see the bumpers, 2-piece design there, pop-up headlights. Now, these are actually intakes, they're not blinkers, just a straight hole. It has this cool look from the front. Now, what a fantastic Ferrari. I'm so glad to be here today. This is a scoop on the hood similar to the other cars in the Super America series. But this car really wasn't called the Super America because its name was the Superfast II. So it's kind of a Ferrari 400 Super America Superfast II. It doesn't really make sense, but that's what the model type's called. The window treatment here is very interesting. You see this? There's a small little like visor hanging out that goes around the top of the window apertures. Small Pininfarina logo there on the door. Another Pininfarina logo on the C panel. And here's these rear wheel spats that kind of cover the rear wheels. Now, there is a piece of chrome trim here, and then there's a black line that runs the whole way down the car, which actually it actually curves out a bit, all the bodywork. Not sure it comes through on the camera. The bodywork actually curves out to accommodate the chrome strip. That's really sophisticated and subtle. At the back here, it really shows off the aerodynamic design and features that were seen on a lot of the other bespoke Ferraris by Pininfarina at the time. So this kind of 2-piece wraparound bumper. There it is, Ferrari Super America. Yeah, what a fantastic Ferrari here this morning. Okay, well that does it for the cars here in the staging area. I'm gonna head back down to Pebble Beach and receive the cars on the first fairway. A couple more cars for the 70th. We have a 166 Barchetta. And one of my favorite Ferraris here, the 340 Mexico. This is one of 3 coupes, the most original of the 3, owned by Brian Ross. I just love the synthesis of the racing chassis and the Vignale Berlinetta body style, which is so unique. In detail, it's so wild, like these little fins here on the rear fender, see that? Little portholes everywhere. Vignale do like their holes and bodywork. And chrome trim, this is a race car with chrome trim on it. So yeah, these cars were prepared for the Panamericana with the big Lampredi large bore V12. Could you imagine? Really nice set here of Daytonas. We got the convertible Spider and the Berlinetta here together from Ferrari. It's gonna start up. Wow, this car is spectacular. Look at this with the red interior. Okay, here they go off to that loading zone we were at. There's Brian Ross. Amazing Mexico. Here we go. They're on their way to Pebble. Wow, look at that. Okay, let's go meet them down on the first fairway. Okay, here we go. Time for my tour of Concorso Ferrari here on the first fairway. I'm really looking forward to seeing these cars and what is here, celebrating 70 years of Ferrari. Let's have a look. So here it is. This is the car we saw pull up at the staging area, the Superfast II, next to a whole 3 other Super Americas, so I'm really enjoying that trio right there. I'm just gonna pull back and we're gonna start with the genesis of Ferrari race cars, and this is a 166 mm from 1949, really where it all started. I love seeing these two 166s together. The corduroy upholstery, amber shift knob and switch gear, beautiful steering wheel, such an achingly gorgeous little barchetta. And into view now, here we see Casa Ferrari, that's the hospitality here at Pebble Beach for all the entrants. Next to that, a big Ferrari 340 America that was built as an overall contender at Le Mans with its huge big Lampredi V12 engine. Very unusual with the dark red and dark blue interior, very sophisticated, from the Kogan collection. Next up, the same car, but in Vignale Berlinetta form. I believe this is Le Mans livery. And then the 340 Mexico, which we saw enter. And a 342 America, one of the first big Ferrari cabriolets that's recently been restored back to its vibrant metallic blue configuration. Wow, look at that. The dashboard is so curved. You see that? It really has a lot of shape to it. Okay, I'm gonna keep pulling back here and then interview all these wonderful kind of America named Ferraris. I'll put it that way. So in front of me is a Ferrari 400 Super America Aerodynamico Berlinetta, and this is really a copy of that white car we saw at the beginning. Now here's a 330 America, very interesting car. It looks like a 250 GTE, but it has the larger engine in it and subtle little design details that are different from the more common version. From 1963. Okay, I'll keep pulling back here and we get the 400 Super America Pininfarina Cabriolet. This one's unique with the sill treatment here. Striking red interior. And then another 400 Super America Pininfarina Aerodynamico next to the prototype. I love this combo. It shows the prototype in the later production version. The Abarth exhaust must sound really amazing with that big bore V12. Okay, well, that's a pretty spectacular start to Concorso Ferrari. Okay, next up, wow, this is really blowing me away. We have a trio of 500 Superfasts. See the fastback design there. I've never seen three together in one place. From 1965. And behind that, if I pull back here, we see the more modern Super America line. So this is one from 2005. The Super America had the flip top roof. It pivots on the C-pillar sail panel here and goes back into this recessed area. A very unique design they didn't duplicate. So to celebrate Ferrari's 60th in America, they created these cars called the F60, and there's 3 here today of only 10 made. 2 in the exact same livery, and a 1 in yellow. Now if I keep going back here, we have very, very rare pair of Ferrari 275 NART Spiders. This one's so cool in yellow. I think, what is it, 19 of these were made, I believe. $20 million supercars. Nice. Well, I'm blown away by Concorso Ferrari here at Pebble Beach. Let's have a look here. Wow, I do love the svelte fastback profile of the 500 Superfast. And the other NART Spider there in metallic silver. Moving right along. Okay, so we have a 250 Mille Miglia here with the most sloppy race numbers I've ever seen affixed to a Ferrari. Kind of the start of the 250 line that eventually progressed to the 250 GT series, which is so famous. And then next, Ferrari 250 TR58, one of 4 works Testarosas with Fantuzzi. No, they're not Fantuzzi. Pininfarina bodywork executed by Fantuzzi. I think that's the way it is. Very iconic, these works Testarosas with the plexi scoop. The engine's kind of on one side of the car, so the drive shaft clears the driver and lets the driver sit lower in the car. Sorry, it's a TR59. That's right. Big, loud megaphone exhaust. Beautiful. Okay, we'll keep going here. We have a pair of GTOs and this 1960 Ferrari short wheelbase. Looks with American racing numbers. Now we heard this 250 GTO start in the trailer. It was a real smoker, and it makes me wonder if this this car has some issues with the engine, because it was cooking a lot of oil and it wasn't letting up. So it's piston ring failure or valve stem seal failure, but it sure sounded good. What an awesome looking car. In the Targa Florio livery, I believe owned by Chris Cox. And then we have Mr. McNeil's 250 GTO in Le Mans livery. Spectacular, spectacular car.
And I finally saw this car for the first time.
I'm going to pull back on the highlight display of this year's Concorso Ferrari, and they have brought together 3 of the P cars, which are so exceedingly rare in the Ferrari history. From my research, there's only 7 cars that look like this, and this is the largest gathering of P cars I have ever seen. Wow. That is spectacular. So the first one here is Harry Yeaggy's 412P, which is the customer delivery version of the P car that ran with carburetors, closed cockpit car. Next to it is the factory run Ferrari 330 P4, of which there are 2 here today. One in coupe form, one in spider form, and these ran the Lucas mechanical fuel injection systems that was limited to only the factory cars. Wow, what a sight to see 2 here today. Now this one with the number 7 is the most original of the 330 P4s in the world, previously owned by Lawrence Stroll. And in my opinion, I think it is the most valuable Ferrari in the world. What we're looking at here is a restoration done by Bob Smith Coachworks over 10 years ago. Wow. What a sight. Okay, so this modern SP3 is kind of an interpretation of the Ferrari P cars, but in a very much more modern way. The Ferrari factory right now is producing these, and it is the most exclusive of the Ferrari offerings at the moment outside the race cars.
No, that's what he's saying. He's like,
and we'll pull back here on 2 Ferrari Daytonas. Match set in silver and black. One in the back there in kind of a dark burgundy. And then the most desirable version of the Daytona, we have two Spider drop top versions here. Moving right along, wow, we still have an amazing field of Ferraris to explore. So now we're celebrating the California. And the first one here in front of me is a long wheelbase, alloy bodied 250 California Spider Competition. Next to a second competition car on the short wheelbase platform, and the gold car we saw enter with the hardtop. Sun's coming out. So this is joined by three more short wheelbase California Spiders. How about that? What a display. So amazing to see two short wheelbase California Spiders with hardtops here. And this really motivated this very large white car we saw earlier, the 365 California Spider, which was made in much more limited numbers. It's good in the sun. And the last classic car I'm going to feature in this video is the short wheelbase California Spider in bright red. So how about that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 California Spiders here today. Wow, well done, Ferrari. I love how they support Pebble Beach with their own event on the first fairway. It really does add a whole lot more to a weekend, which is already so rich with all the other makes and models. And yeah, that's going to conclude my video of Concorso Ferrari 2024 here in Pebble Beach. What do you think, everybody? What do you think? All right, that does it for this one. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you later. Bye-bye.